For years now, Scottish football has had to deal with one recurring problem: riots involving sections of the Rangers support, and after the latest Scottish Cup final between Rangers and Celtic, that issue is once again impossible to ignore, because this is not a one-off, it is a pattern, and that pattern stretches back years. Take Manchester in 2008. Rangers had reached the UEFA Cup final. Thousands of fans travelled south to support their team, but what should have been a football celebration quickly descended into chaos. Parts of the city centre were trashed, police were attacked, property was damaged, and dozens of arrests were made. The images spread across Europe: burning bins, street battles, mounted police trying to control crowds. It was meant to be a football occasion. Instead, it became a riot. But Manchester was not the last time. Back in Glasgow, similar scenes have appeared again and again, especially around large gatherings in George Square. Huge crowds, flares being lit, fighting breaking out, police struggling to keep control. What begins as a football celebration too often ends as a public order problem. Then came the latest chapter, the Scottish Cup final, the biggest match in Scottish football. Rangers versus Celtic, a game watched across the country. But once again, football was not the only thing making headlines. After the match, violence broke out involving Rangers supporters. Objects thrown, fans confronting each other, police forced to intervene. What should have been about the football became another example of the same issue. And there is another uncomfortable detail: a group within the fan culture that has long been known as the Rangers Riot Crew. Just think about that name for a moment. Riot Crew. When supporters adopt a label like that, it sends a message. It feeds the perception that for some, the chaos is part of the attraction. Now, to be fair, most football supporters simply want to watch their team, enjoy the match, and go home. That applies to the majority of Rangers fans as well. But the problem is that the same club keeps appearing in the same kind of headlines. Manchester, George Square, clashes around Glasgow derby matches. And now disorder again around a cup final involving Celtic. The pattern is difficult to ignore. Supporters of Celtic will argue that rivalry should stay inside the stadium. Win or lose, celebrate or go home. Because when riots become part of the story, the reputation of the game suffers, and the spotlight inevitably falls on the supporters involved. Scottish football thrives on rivalry. The Glasgow Derby is one of the most passionate fixtures anywhere in the world. But rivalry is one thing, riots are another, and until the disorder linked to sections of the Rangers support finally stops, the same question will keep coming back. Why does this keep happening?